Let's get this show on the road. Are we good? Are we live? I think we are live. We are live. People, what is going on? Back once again. Welcome to Life After 40. My name is MJ. I will be your host today, and I'm happy to have you here. People, as per usual, I'm going to give me a chance to give you the chance to give me an HBO special. Help a brother out. Let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. You have to do the mic checks as per usual. So I'm like going on this and then no one can hear me or it's bad quality and things like that. And of late, man, there's been I've seen some videos cutting out and doing lives and then the audio's bad. So people, yeah, give me that toot and let me know if you can hear me. What's going on, John Paul? What's going on, man? Good to see you. Hope you're having a good Friday. Grave Rave, what is good, man? What's up, my guy? Brood Vipers, hello. You can hear me? That's good, man. We've got levels, boss levels. We're on the TikTok as well, man. We've got Kim that's joined in. What's going on, Kim? I can see you there. Gonna say hi. I'm gonna try some. I'm gonna try and be a bit more active as well on TikTok, man. Like I tend to do my YouTube lives and then my TikTok lives at the same time. But I think because TikTok's a different animal, and I'm gonna try and master that as much as I can, as much as a 41-year-old can. Gonna be 42 next month, so I'm getting older. I'm gonna do more of the TikTok things. But hey, what is going on? Forget all that. Hope you guys are good, man. Let me know if you guys are doing good. How was your day today? How was Friday? Was it a busy, stressful day? Was you getting things over the line? End of play? Did you get that deck in? Was the deck completed? EOP? Did you cross hairs and did you have to put a pin in anything? Was it all good? Let me know, man. Um, yeah, man. Chloe, what is good? What is good, man? Evening, Kim. Evening, people. Yeah, I don't miss that corporate stuff at all. You know what's funny actually? I've actually got an interview, but it's for because if you don't know, I'm not working now. I was sacked in it, so. But I've actually got an interview because I'm trying to do my thing, but I need a bit of cash and to be coming in. So I've actually got an interview for some driving job. Honestly, when you just scattergun applying for jobs, it's crazy. The funny thing about it is like you're applying for jobs you don't even want anyway. You know what I mean? It's like I'm hoping to get callbacks from jobs I don't even want in the first place. It's just like I have to do it. So I got this interview. I'll let you know how it goes, man. Actually, I don't even know what the hell it is. It's for a driving job, but I don't even know I don't know what I applied for. If I can even do the hours, if it fits in. I don't know, but I'm just gonna turn up, man. Do you know what I mean? Because I always think it's good to go to these things. Ella, what's good? Noor, Fatima, CC, what is good, people? I hope you're doing good, man. So yeah, that's gonna be interesting. Going to an interview, I have no idea what the hell it's about. All I know is I've got to drive, and they gave me some tests some practical tests about drop offs. It's a multi drop job, so I've done it before with Ocado. I just need something, you know what I mean? Certain things coming in. Boss levels 47 soon, man. Okay. Well, 47 young, man. Listen, it's like when you get to, for me anyway, when I got to 30. 38, 37. I stopped counting. It was like I always kept wishing I was the age before, I was the year before previous. I always kept wishing that. Then I realized this ain't gonna change anything. So yeah, I kind of made amends for it. And it's funny if you go to the Caribbean, they don't really care about stuff like ages. It's crazy. Um, okay. I'm off for work. I'm off work for stress. Oh, right. Okay. So you're walking down that same road I walked. Man, I hope you're doing all right, man. What kind of job was it? How long have you got off? And what's your plans? What's your plans for the future? And thank you, John Paul. Thank you for that. It's good to see you, people. Yeah, I tend to do these live streams every Saturday, but for some reason I keep doing it every Friday. Just things on Saturday is getting hectic, so it's either going to be a Friday or a Saturday. Athena, One Don, Geza, what is good, man? Today we are going to be talking about gaming. We're going to talk about the benefits of gaming, basically we're going to ask that question: are you too old to game? It's going to be a fun sort of a relaxed live stream today, man. We're just going to talk about gaming. Are you too old? Should you give it up? Is there an age where it becomes embarrassing to be a gamer? The people that talk about gaming, are they correct in this? The observations that a lot of men over 40 that play games are losers. Also, gaming mixed with neurodivergent individuals, how that benefits them, how it benefits your life, all that kind of stuff, man. So it's going to be revolved around gaming. I'm going to talk to you about my favorite games. One of them being this game here, and I'm going to go into why this is one of my favorites. Yeah, we'll get into it, man. That's Final Fantasy Rebirth. Rebirth is my favorite, but we're getting to the Final Fantasy conversation. So yeah, man, let's just welcome a few more people in before we get started, man. 'Cause I want to hear your stories as well. I want to hear your stories about games that you like. Do you feel you're too old to game? Do you feel that there's a stigma attached to gaming? Do you feel like people think that you're pathetic, you're a loser? If you game, you're like, oh, you're pretty much. Because there's actually one, I've got a couple slides for my YouTubers. I've got a couple slides I want to share. But there's a lady that talked about how it's embarrassing and it's a turn off for women when they see men game. So I want to know your opinions on that. So yeah, man, it's going to be a good one. Before we go on, just want to say, man, yeah, man, gosh, it's been an interesting week, and I know a lot of people have been, sort of struggling. There's certain people that I won't mention that have talked to me and they've been struggling through work. So, God bless them, man. It's if you're watching this, or if you will watch this on the playback, I just want to let you know that, listen, man, these things are temporary. Like, when you start believing in a higher power, it helps you to think this isn't the be all and end all. Like, this isn't the most important things in life. That there's something bigger. You're here on a vacation, and it kind of gives you that energy to keep going. So yeah, man, I know there's a couple people going through some difficulties right now, and they could be watching this. So, yeah, man, just wanna say that because even though the weather's getting better, and I notice when it gets a bit sunny, things get a bit better for people. But I've been hearing some horror stories about people feeling a bit down in the dumps. So yeah, Mumsy, what's going on? Mumsy says, I don't game, but my son's a neurodivergent child and he is 13 and think it's good, as that's the only way. Yeah, it is. Like, that's one of my that's kind of what I do as well. Mumsy, I work in the neurodivergent scene. Tomorrow we have our games club. Listen, if you're in the area, I don't know if you're where you're from, but North London, every Saturday 1 to 3, we've got a games club. So that games club's tomorrow. So you have all sorts of games. Even got a VR headset. Man, I tried this VR headset, man, today. This is wild. Like, literally, we played, there's one where there's a fun fair and you're on the blooming fun fair rides with dinosaurs and the shoot 'em ups, and there's a boxing one, Creed. I was playing that today, man. It's wild. So we've got the VR headsets. We got all that there. I was going to post in a community post on YouTube, but I actually did a kids party. So we hosted our games kid party because we do pop-up parties. We do it for the events, games and stuff like that. So yeah, man, we did a pop-up last weekend. It was quite cool, man. I had these kids there. It was a birthday, about 8 kids. We bought our little light boxes. We got our big screens. It was wild, man. So we do all that. So yeah. Yeah, man, it was good. Anyway, let me get into a few more comments. Let me know how your weeks are going. Actually, I'm so rude. I want you to tell me, how's your week? How's your week's been going? 47 disabled. I was fast tracked a little. Okay, well, you talking to someone else about? I think I've missed the start of that conversation. Yeah, I think I missed the start of that conversation. Sorry. I want a gaming console, but it's quite expensive, to be honest. Yeah, but if you go for the older ones, well, actually, even the old ones are expensive. I'm getting a PS5. The PS5 is like 400 odd. If you go on black market and eBay, they're the best places to get them. But you got to be careful, man. You got to be careful because some of them are a bit dodgy. The way some of them don't work properly. Yeah, near Harrow. Okay, well, pass through, man. Pass through. Check out well, just yeah, check out. It's in Finchley Central Library, but if you type in Shine, SHYNNE, that's where we do it. Yeah, man. So that's where we do it. Oh, before I go on, I just want to say, man, shout out to Chuck Norris. He passed away today. Shout out to Chuck Norris, man. Rest in peace. I wasn't really into Chuck Norris that much, but I just watched Bruce Lee movies. I know he was in one of them, so Chuck Norris is kind of infamous. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man. He died, but he lived until, what? He died at 80 something? So, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But, yeah, shout out to him, man. Shout out to him and his family, you know? Bruder, your earlier live stream really helped me. So, what, was that the one about signed off for stress? Yeah, man. Listen, you got to take care of yourself. It's, these companies, man, they go on. Even the company that I was in, like, I've seen them. They're still going. They're still hiring people. They still go on, man. They go on, but you don't unless you get yourself like on a right track mentally. They don't look after you. You have to look after yourself, man. So that's why when I did that video, I had a lot of pushback from it. With people saying, "Oh yeah, mental health. Oh yeah, it's just a fad. You need to work, or the whole system crashes down," and all that kind of Karen BS, man. Listen, you got to look after yourself. You're very important. I know we try to help other people, but you need to help yourself, or you can't help anyone. Do you know what I mean? Even yesterday, I was driving. I saw one guy on my road. They blocked off the whole road in North London, man. Guy, I think he came off his motorbike. I don't know if he died or not, but things can just happen like that. It was like, it just, when you see these things, it kind of makes you think again, like, oh my gosh, things can change at instant. So make sure you look after your mental health, man. Real talk. We will get into the games part in a bit because I'm just waffling. Oh, make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. We do live streams every weekend, different subjects. If you want to write back, I've been getting some great emails from you guys. I really thank you for that. There's some emails that I need to get into, but I'll get into in the next subsequent live streams. But if you have a story, you have anything you want to talk about or for me to share, I'll keep your name anonymous, but send it to me, man. Email is in my details, in my description. Also on TikTok, which you guys can see, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. So check out the socials. Patreon as well. I need to up my game on the Patreon, but we have Patreon where you get videos you'll not see anywhere else, man. So we try and keep it. We can try and keep the train going. You know what I mean? People need to get this content. So I'm pushing out there as much as I can, especially as I've got a lot of, well, I haven't got a lot of free time, but I've got more time to devote myself into this. So, yeah, man. Yeah. So, yeah, what is good? Yeah, no worries for the information, man. No worries, no worries. So let me, is this? Let me get, what is this? Hold on. We got an idiot here talking about something. Let me people, I have to block you. If you start saying anything stupid, man, we enter you to the block party. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Block parties are happening, you get me? And if you start saying something silly, the block party is where you will go. So yeah. Anyway. We have a good community usually, but I know TikTok's a bit funny there, man. So we got some jokers on TikTok. So yeah, any sort of weird comments, you can obviously have a difference of opinion, but any sort of comments that you're trying to do something a bit weird, yeah, man, you'll be on that block party. I don't know how the block party is. I don't know if it's popping right now, but you will be entered into the block party. You get me? Farrell says, is gaming a waste of time? That's what a lot of people think. Yeah, they do. I'm going to get into it. Video games are good for stress and anxiety. I'm 50 and not stopping. I'm an Elden Ring veteran and love Train Sim and Hitman. You know what? I was actually going to buy Elden Ring the other day. I swear to God I was going to buy it, but I was reading reviews and it sounds very hard to do. Very hard to play that game, and I don't want any difficulties, man. So I bought, what was it? Ghost of what? To See Me? Oh, I can't even remember. Ghost of something. I bought it. Beautiful game. I've got into it. Like, I only played a couple hours of it. I need to play a bit more. Yeah, so anyway, we will get back to the comments. Of course, we'll keep the lines. I'll activate the lines soon. If you want to call in and say something, if you want to talk about your favorite games or anything relating to anything, the number is 07521 398 982. I will put that number back on. But if you want to phone in, talk about games or talk about anything else, man, we can get that. We can get that action. But I want to go into the live stream, man, while you are here today. So let's just hide that for a moment. I'm gonna go into the comments shortly, but let me just start, man. Let me just minimize me. So if you're on TikTok, you're not gonna see this, but you can hear this. If you're watching on YouTube, then you can see this. So 90s and 2000s gaming nostalgia. And what does that say? Have you played Ghost of your Yotoi? Is that how you say it? Nah, I ain't played that yet. I haven't played that. I haven't even started. I haven't proper got into the other one. So yeah, I need to work my way up, man. But anyway, so people, let me get into it. Let me just have a drink first, because I want to talk to you about basically my gaming and why I wanted to do this video. There's a reason why. So, and then we get into the comments either side. So yeah, man. But yeah. So why I wanted to do this topic today. So, as I was saying before, I completed this on PS5, Final Fantasy Rebirth. Now, I've been a Final Fantasy fan for the original when it came out in 1997, I believe. I got it then. I was always into games, but I used to play games like Mortal Kombat, you know, Streets of Rage. I'm old school, so we're talking. If we could really go back, we go back to the Commodore 64. I was playing games where there were cassette tapes, and you put the cassette tape in. That's how far I'll go back. I'm carbon dating myself. I'll go far back. But my real enjoyment came from two games. One, Metal Gear Solid. I love that game. That blew my mind. But the other one, which is probably more of an impact in my life, is Final Fantasy VII. So it's an RPG game. When I first saw it, I thought, what the hell? It's characters that look like little blocks, and you have to wait to attack someone. I've never played an RPG in my life. But at the time, it was in all the magazines. We used to have magazines there. We weren't online or anything like that. We had games magazines. We had the Games Master. So you'd have that. And you'd have magazines where they talk about the hottest games. And Final Fantasy was like the hottest game. So I bought it. I wanted to be, keep in fashion at those times. So I asked my mum to get it, and she got the game. Game blew my mind. It was like 3 discs. There's these characters, and one of them. It's a spoiler alert, but this came out in 1997, so it shouldn't be a spoiler alert. But yeah, one of the characters, Aerith, she dies. She gets killed by the bad guy, Sephiroth, and it's an emotional scene. The music's beautiful, the story's amazing, and I remember completing that game, and it just left me with so many emotions. I remember those times, like, my friends my age were talking about girls and stuff like that, man, and I never understood it. Well, I'm like, they talk to you about girls, and I'm like, bro, like, have you not realised a new Tomb Raider's coming out? Like, what? Why are you changing the mission, bro? Like, we talk the Tomb Raider's coming out, and we can get the magazine where we can find the cheats to have infinite life. Remember, up, down, left, right, X, circle, up, all them kind of things. So I was like, yo, man, like, I was into games. I was like a gaming geek. I weren't into any of the fashion or girls or just doing things that kids my age were into. Maybe my mum was worried about that. I don't know. But I was just into games because they kind of took me away from what I was going through. And in them times in primary school, I remember I was getting, was it primary school or secondary school? Yeah, there was like bullies and stuff like that, man. And school was just stressful anyway. And I just didn't want to I hated it. And when you come play a game, man, it just took you away. So, played Final Fantasy 3 decades ago nearly. 1997, practically 3 decades ago. So they had this game that came out on the PS5, a remake. I played a remake of this, and I completed that. I completed this last week or the week before, and only the two games I've actually completed were this and it's the remake, the previous version, in 2 decades. And that whole emotion came back. Now I thought I was going on thinking games aren't the same. I was on that proper, nostalgia where, oh, you can't beat Super Mario, and because you got to remember, I used to go and queue up for FIFA. I know they're calling it EA now, but I used to queue up for FIFA. I used to go HMV when it was launch day. I'll be there in a queue. We'd be all talking like, it could come out at midnight. So we were waiting in the queue talking about our experience in FIFA. And you let you in, you get the special copies with the sleeves. So I'm an Arsenal fan, so I picked the one where you can get, I can't remember which year it was, but you can get Jack Wilshere. He was an Arsenal player. I picked that one. Now like a mini tournament in HMV after 12 at midnight. It was crazy. Like I was proper into games. Do you know what I mean? So this is like my life. And it gave me a feeling. So I thought, yeah, back in the day, it's nothing like now. That thing where you open up and you see the booklet, the manual, it tells you about the characters. That whole, you hold in the disc, you got to put it in the machine, and, zzz, and the intro sound. You got all your, I don't know if your friends would have it, or we have all your collection of games stacked, and it'd be an impressive one, and like, oh, you got that one, you got that one. It was like your little shrine with your games. And now it's like, a lot of the games, I wanted to get the hard version of this, a hard copy, because a lot of the games you have to download. It takes like, blimmin' half a day to download these games. So you can't just put it in and start playing. You got to put it in and then, I don't know, do something else. You got to like, yeah, occupy your time. You don't have it there where you can just see it and have it stacked like the other games. Everything's downloadable. If you want to get outfits and things like this, you got to purchase them. Every minute you play it, there's an update now. You got, oh bloody, another update. I've got to wait for another update, just waiting for it. So I was always on that feeling where it was like, this is not the same. And certain things were better about games. They were simpler, but they blew our minds. But when I played that game, it kind of had emotions coming back to me. I think because the way life is, it's so stressful. I got back into that game, and I think it had more of an effect on me than I thought it would, because it kind of made me reminisce. Certain beats that were happening in that game happened 30 years ago when I played the original. And I had certain memories again. And it just brought something, it was magical. Now I wanted to, I saw this Reddit post, and I wanted to read it because it kind of relates to what I want to get into. So it says, I'm 43. I work full time in a warehouse, 5 days a week, on my feet all day. I have 3 kids, 14, 11 and 7. I coach my youngest football team on Saturday mornings. I do the school run. I cook most nights. I help with homework. I barely understand anymore. I barely understand anymore. I'm exhausted in a way I generally could not have imagined when I was 22. And last night, after the kids were in bed, after the dishes were done, after my wife fell asleep on the sofa at 9 p.m. because she's just as tired as I am, I sat down in the dark with my headset on and I played for an hour and 40 minutes. Just me, the glow of the screen, a game I've been slowly working through for about a month because that's just how it goes now. An hour here, 45 minutes there, sometimes less. My mate at work found out I was still gaming, and laughed. Not a little chuckle, but actually laughed. Said, aren't you a bit too old for that? This is a man who spends every single weekend watching other men kick a ball around the field and has done so for 30 years and calls that a personality. He's got a replica shirt from 1998 hung on his living room like it's a 16 chapel, but I'm the immature one. Here's the thing, I've been gaming since I was 7 years old. That's 36 years. And I was there for the Spectrum, the Mega Drive, the PlayStation 1, the LAN parties in my mate's garage where we'd stay up until 4 a.m. because none of us had jobs or kids or anything that needed us anywhere the next morning. I was there when gaming was weird and niche and something you hid from girls you fancied. I watched it become the biggest entertainment industry on the planet. And now apparently I should stop because I'm 43. Nobody asks a man to stop loving music at 43. Nobody tells him to stop cycling or reading or cooking because he's too old. But somehow, this one thing, a hobby I've had longer than I've had my friend, my job, my relationship, is the one thing I'm supposed to outgrow. I will not. The last night in the dark just me and the game was the most peaceful I felt all day. It was mine, completely, entirely mine. No one needed anything from me. No one was asking me a question or wanting a decision or needing to a lift somewhere. Just me in the game, like it's always been. I'm not growing out of it. I grew into it, and I'll be doing it when I'm 73 if my hands still work. And that, ladies and gentlemen, that kind of symbolizes, that kind of is the whole point of, I think, what I was feeling. You know, everything's crazy right now in society. I've done a video where I was talking about that I was on the treadmill, and for 20 minutes I kept thinking of different things that I needed to do, different things that need to be accomplished. It's like constantly pressure. But when I gamed that time, I was just reminiscing about good times. I was trying to complete the different stages. I was in the now. I was so focused on it. It just kind of shut the world off. It shut all my troubles and the issues I need to face. And it was just me in the game and nothing else. And that was pure, man. And it was a beautiful time. But I think we hear a lot of people like looking at you, especially as obviously now I'm not in a job. So now there's that guilt that, oh, you're not working, you should be, oh, you're a bum. You should be doing this, you shouldn't be gaming. And sometimes that comes into my head. Oh my gosh, I should feel guilty for putting this game on. Do you know what I mean? Well, I should be working right now. And it's like that little moment feels like, it just, as you're older, it feels like a guilt. It feels like something you got to hide. It feels shameful for many different reasons. I remember when I was going to work, I was just happy when I was playing games, I'd play about half an hour, but that was like a relaxation. But I couldn't really do much because I was so knackered anyway. Do you know what I mean? But it helped. It really got me through some times. And I kind of left gaming for a bit because of, I need to grind. I need to accomplish this. I need to measure up to this. I need to have this business going. I need to be a father, be a partner, be a friend, be a son, all this kind of stuff. So you have no time for it. But like this guy was saying, this is like the original love, man. This was when things were simple. Me too. I was gaming when I was 7. I was gaming when I was a kid. Like the hardest, the most complicated things in my life at that time was, how can I master Raiden's finishing move in Mortal Kombat? That was like the biggest things in my life at that time. The biggest obstacles, hurdles. You know what I mean? That itself is beautiful, man. So I want to go into that more. I want to go into the people that are saying this, you're too old to play these games. The people that have bad things to say. The way they see gamers and how they depict them in society. I want to get into that. Let me go through your... Let me go. I've been rambling on a bit. Let me go for what you guys are saying, man. Let's see. And thanks everyone for joining the live stream today. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You could have been doing anything in the world and you came here, so I appreciate that, man. What's up, mum of many? Gaming is fine so long as there is a balance and it doesn't take over your life responsibilities. Yeah, that's true. Because we have responsibilities. I knew, actually, there was I used to have this friend called Aaron. I can say his name because I don't know where he is now anyway. But I remember we was in primary school at the time, and every time I used to go to his house, his dad would be always gaming. I think he was playing like Command and Conquer all the time. He wouldn't come out of the room. and he didn't have a much of a relationship with his son unless the son wanted to play the game. I think Aaron wanted to play the game with him just to bond with his dad, but the dad didn't want to know. He wasn't working, he wasn't doing anything, he was just gaming. And so things like that, when you're just like not even contributing to society, you're just there gaming. Yeah, that's when it's like there needs to be a balance. Do you know what I mean? Where in a venue in North? So Finchley Central Library. If you're talking about the games club, Finchley Central Library. That's where it is, man. So you got all games, PlayStation, PS5, PS4, PS3, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Xbox Original, Nintendo Switch. We have the VR headset, GameCube, N64, SNES, NES, Sega Mega Drive. Yeah, I'm forgetting. Yeah, and tabletop games as well, like all different stuff, man. Um, oh, was it yesterday he died? Oh, I thought it was today. I just saw it today. Oh, he died yesterday. My mistakes, man. My mistake. I just saw it today. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to him, man. R.I.P. to him. Um, I'm not much of a gamer now, but I like to play occasionally. It's fun. Yeah, sometimes I tell you when you come out of gaming and you go back into it, it's like it's very yeah, you're playing against people that are way better than you. Especially when you play online, you're kind of just like getting your ass kicked, and sometimes that could be a deterrent. That can put you off. You know, when people are so good at the game. You know, Atari. Wow, yeah. Atari, man. That was oh man. I've heard of it. I've never played the Atari, but I know people have played it and I've seen videos of it. I wanted to get it actually. I've never. If I maybe I've played it once. I can't remember it too much. But them days, yeah, man. And the cassette would chew up up after 45 minutes download. Yeah, yeah, man. Oh yeah, they used to give us demos of the games. Yeah, in the magazines, innit? Oh, I used to give us I would rinse that demo out, man. Rinse the game demo out because you wouldn't be able to have the money to afford the real game. Just keep playing that until it destroyed. Metal Gear Solid, that was crazy. Do you remember when you was fighting some? I can't remember what character it is, but you had to switch the control pad to a different port. Things like that, man. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. What was that? Oh. I remember Nintendo magazine where if I was stuck in a game, I would use the phone box outside my home to call Nintendo line to get tips on how to get. Yes, yeah, I should do that. Yeah, so basically, you couldn't search online for anything. You couldn't search for a YouTube video of how to get out of this obstacle. You actually had hotlines you had to call, and they'd tell you how to past a certain obstacle. That was crazy, man. Bird's eye view and all that, yeah. Legend of Zelda, yeah, man. Oh my gosh, Zelda, that's a banger. The cheap booklet. Yeah, where you can get an ultimate life. Up, down, left, right, X circle, up, left. Yeah. Grand Theft Auto. It's crazy, man. These are good games. Let me I wanna go on. Hold on. Playing Xbox as I listen to this stream. Yeah, man, play that. Play that, man. What game you playing? Hold on, let me now what I want to go on to, I want to talk about adult gamer stigma. I think this is something that we get a lot of. This adult gamer stigma. And I've actually got a link. Let me see if I can share. Actually, I won't bother share it. I'll just read it out. So this an article from Retro Gamer. I'm gonna read it. It talks about the stigma of gamer. I think the stigma that a lot of people that game get. So I've debated about writing this topic for a while now. It's a personal subject. As an adult male, it seems socially acceptable. It seems the social acceptable norms for recreation would be activities that are masculine, expensive, or both. Golf, gambling, CrossFit, hunting, drinking, and sports are all expected forms of recreation for an adult American male. American culture has this set of machismo expectations for men, and gaming does not fit that profile. Video games are perceived to be something that kids and teenagers play with their parents in the basement. Also, like the fat guy with like cream puffs on his chin, and do you know what I mean? And say "mom," like, and all that kind of stuff. They depict that as the gamer. They always do that. That's the typical gamer. Perhaps it has to do with the mass media's portrayal of gamers, helping set the image of how a typical gamer looks and behaves. It would not be the first time that popular culture concept of a stereotype bows to the lowest common denominator. Just look at the comic book guy from The Simpsons, or South Park portrayal of the gamer. There's instant ridicule there, an easy target, low hanging fruit. Because we did it as children, as adults, we should no longer continue to do so, like playing with matchbox cars or dolls. However, we have been watching television, movies, and videos our whole lives, and yet these activities are not frowned upon as adults. When it comes up to your hobby of mine, I get looks of surprise and disappointment, as if I was terminally ill. The implication is that it is something that I should have grown out of. It is a modern age where casual gaming and mobile phones and tablets is widespread. Why doesn't console games carry stigma? If someone's hobby is watching movies or television, no one bats an eyelid. But if he plays video games as a hobby, it's perceived as juvenile. So I just wanted to read that. And this is so true. I think we know it's true. But I didn't understand that. You got all these people that watch videos on YouTube, watch soaps, watch reality shows, watch football. That thing I read earlier, article where you got guys, men, and I may fall into that, where you just watch football for hours upon hours. I don't watch football hours upon hours, and that's seen as normal. That's if you say that to someone, especially at work. When you're at work, one of the first things would be like, oh, what team do you support? And that was okay. But if I was to talk about a game, there wouldn't be anyone that would be interested. Kind of be like, oh, okay, yeah, bloody, all right, mate, yeah. And then the conversation would be over. But why is that? What's seen as, why is it so, I don't know, like a yuck, an ick, as they call it, being into video games? What's wrong with this? I think video games are fine, but it seems that you can't enjoy your hobby. Listen, man, I don't care. At this point, I was watching on TikTok. I was watching this battle. They were playing Beyblade. There was this man and this woman, and they were enjoying themselves playing. Not Beyblade. What's that card game? Yu-Gi-Oh. Sorry, they were playing Yu-Gi-Oh. And they're saying, "Oh, I challenge you with my." I don't know. I wasn't really a Yu-Gi-Oh person, but they're saying all this stuff, and I know people would have thought, oh, that's nerdy. And the comments said so. Like, look at these nerds. But I was like, yo, they're enjoying themselves. Mace, exactly. Nothing wrong with it. If you enjoy yourself doing something you love, why is it seen as such a... And this is a constant thing in society. It's like, if you don't fit the norm, like, I'm comfortable with you if you down 6 pints of beer and watch the football game and go wild if your team concedes a penalty. But if you playing Call of Duty, you're a nerd. There's something wrong with you. When did that happen? Oh, you're I can watch EastEnders and all these soaps and all this TV, and that's fine for me. I could just come home, rock my brain with them. But if you want to play EA Sports or whatever, you're a weirdo, man. Grow up. Haven't you grown out of that? What is that about? I never understood that. People, I will, at this point, because I see the time's going, I will make the line open if people do want to phone in. I have to. If you want to phone in, the phone line is there, man, scrolling underneath. If you want to call in. Let me get into escapism through gaming. I kind of touched on it actually already. Escapism through gaming. Like, the reason I like RPG games, like Final Fantasy, is because the world that they create, especially the remakes, actually, the remakes have done a real good job. The worlds in which they create are so amazing. Like, even some of these new games, you download them, man, and the scenery is beautiful. The world is immaculate. Like I was saying, I played that game. I just played that game. Ghost of. I can never say the last bit. Is it Toshiba? I can't remember. I can never remember the name. But Ghost of something. I just downloaded it, and it's so beautiful, man. It's the scenery, and then you go into you look outside the window in the real world, and the real world's cold. I've said it every time I go and pick up my daughter from nursery. Everyone's there is just cold. The parents don't talk to each other. No one says anything. Everyone's just on their phone. Everyone had this weird kind of isolated feel. And you just feel like you just, I don't know, you're bothering people if you want to engage and just... Because I always feel awkward. I'm like, you're around me. I'm used to saying something, like, you know. So I'd say, is it your one potty training? Or how was your one? How's your little one? And how long you been coming here then? You know, just things like that. Just I'm used to that way. But they're very standoffish. I'm just like, you just in this world where everyone's sort of like closed, and you just want to run back in. And with your games, you kind of know where you are. It's your world. You can control it. You're in that fantasy world. Especially if you're doing like a 9 to 5 and you hate that, and then you're coming and playing a game and you're some hero. You're like, I don't know, rescuing some princess, or I don't know, being a rebel, or freeing some prisoner, or I don't know, man, taking down some tyrant or whatever. It's like you are the man or you are the woman. You are that main character. You're doing something. I think that's what a lot of people get from these games. You mean something. Because in the real world, you just feel like a lot of the times like another number on Teams calls, listening to the BS that they talk about, going through the minutiae of the 9 to 5, the repetitiveness of it. Monday to Friday. Weekend, yay! Monday to Friday again. And over and over and over it goes. Do you know what I mean? But with the games, when you get into that world, it's just like you're somebody. You mean something in that world. I think that's what a lot of people get from it. A lot of people get that. Yeah, Tashima. That's it. Tashima. That's how you say it. Yeah, Ghost of Tashima. Yeah, Ghost of Yote is even more beautiful. Sorry if I'm butchering these names, but yeah. I've heard it's good. Yeah, that's the yellow looking one. Yeah, I've heard it's good. I was just blown away when I played the intro and these fields and all these flowers that just blossomed, and the graphics were so amazing. That's why I'm never like, oh, games back in the day were better. I'm like, games that were good back in the day, but these games are incredible. Yeah, I may get annoyed of downloading and you got to purchase these skins and purchase that, and another download. Oh, I just want to play the game, but I've got to wait 25, 30 minutes. Like, do you know what I mean? But when you go into, you know, these games, it's so wonderful. The world is so immaculate, man. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, man. And there's I just want to read one more article actually about escapism. And it says, and this is from The Guardian, when life gives you lemons, video games can be the escape we need. The worst thing about video games is also the best thing, their addictiveness. When you find the right one, the rest of the world can go to hell. That helped me as a child. I can use them to escape the more painful parts of growing up. Parents didn't fight in manic minor. You didn't have to worry about Stephen Gibson battering you on the way from home, from school, in Chucky Egg. As a parent of young kids, I was a dreadful hypocrite, always saying they should do something more worthwhile than playing Mario Kart, even though when they would ask me, what, Dad, the answer I would give was stuff that other parents brag about their kids doing on Facebook. Now that 2 of my kids are officially adults, and the youngest is 16 going on 40, I am out of that stage. But last month I sank into video games for comfort again. I was drowning in the ocean of first world adult problems. Yeah, this is it, that part. And instead of using drink and drugs to cope, I decided on using open world RPGs. Some of the happiest moments in my life have taken place in virtual worlds. I've lost myself in Final Fantasy, Deus Ex, The Witcher 3, most GTAs, and Red Dead Redemption. Put a game of irresistible progression in the hands of good writing team, and you have my undivided attention. Yeah, and he just goes on. I just thought that was beautiful. He captures some of the beauties of it, some of the reasons why we escape these games. You know, why we use them as a form of escapism. Now, I wanted to talk about this article here. Well, this not this article, but what this woman posted. So, men who play video games are losers. So there's this woman. If you're on YouTube, you can see it on the screen now. Liz Wheeler. She said this is 100% true. Men playing video games is peak unattractive, beyond red flag, like deal breaker zone. It's weird that so many dudes don't get this. Now, if I move this out of the way, now this has been shown to be not true, but she's got some graphics here, some stats basically. Let me just increase that. So she says, so it's a chart and it says least attractive hobbies for men according to women. Now this has been shown to be inaccurate actually, but we just go with it. So the first one is playing video games. That's the most unattractive. Then it's collecting figurines, magic tricks, online trolling, gambling, building model trains. I can't see this only because I'm looking at a small screen. What? Taxidermy. And what is this other thing? I can't see that. I can't even see the next one. The way it's, yeah, my thing's over it. But yeah, so what they're trying to say is they would prefer their partner to be a gambler. That is more attractive than playing video games. Be a gambler, losing money. That they see that as more attractive. I find that very interesting. And listen, hey man, if that's how they see it, but that's kind of pathetic for me anyway. I really do think so. Yeah, it's weird. Now, I'm not here to dunk on these people. If that's how, she feels about it and that's how certain people feel about it, then everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I don't agree with this argument. This argument, men who spend hours gaming are escaping the real life. They're not building careers, they're not building relationships, they're not building skills. They're retreating into a fantasy world. Instead, that's what these people say. They're retreating into a fantasy world instead of showing up for the people around them. Now, it's true. We are going into a fantasy world because the real world is quite difficult. But these people are still part of this real world. It's not like if you go into this fantasy world, play games and don't do anything in society, then fair enough. But a lot of people are either working or being parents or whatever, doing something. And then they find these games of a form of, of just retreat, And if you're in your 40s and you're still doing this, they say you haven't grown up. Listen, I understand why people think that. Because, there is a version of gaming that looks like that. Like I said, a guy who games for 20 hours or 12 hours a day. Maybe not 20 hours, that's a lot of hours. But let's say 12 hours a day. Ignores his family. Won't hold down a job. That's a problem. That's definitely a problem. But I just think it's double standards, man. A man who spends his entire Sunday watching football, 6 hours minimum. A normal bloke having a Sunday, just watching TV or whatever. A man who games for 2 hours with his kids being taken care of is not bad. What's wrong with that? What's the actual difference? Both are hobbies. One guy's watching football for many hours, other guy's playing games. If they both look after their kids, then it's both fine. Both are entertainment. Both involve actually sitting down and switching off from the real world. That's what getting into sports is. Oh, thank you. Welcome to the culture, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, that's what entertainment is. That's what watching football is. It's entertainment. You're switching off. I just think this argument is very snobbery. I really do. You know. And we didn't choose gaming as an escape from our adulthood. We grew up with it. Like the stories that I read to you, the people have been playing these games from they were kids. The generation of men that are now, what, 30s, 40s, 50s, literally built the gaming culture. We were there from the beginning. We didn't regress into gaming. We kind of never left it. We kind of put it aside for a bit, but we were never truly gone. We added responsibilities around us. You know, it kept as a hobby, but we did more stuff. We worked, we provided, but it was still there. You know. Have you actually? I want to ask you guys, man. People watching this, have you ever had a partner that's kind of looked down at you for gaming? Have you ever experienced that? Have you ever had someone say that you're immature? Here's a funny story actually. My ex-wife, I remember we were having an argument. I was playing FIFA at the time, career mode, and we was having an argument over the phone, and she kept going on and on and on and on. And I'm like trying to like, because I'm playing Champions League match, and she's moaning about, our relationship or whatever again. And I remember saying to her, man, I was like, you know what? I'll be honest with you. I'd rather finish off this Champions League match against Inter than having this conversation with you. And she's like, what? I was like, yeah, I'd rather just go, whatever. If it's over, it's over. So I actually did lose a relationship. Gosh, that wasn't my ex-wife. Why am I saying it was just an ex-girl? Sorry. I'm saying that was an ex-wife. It was an ex-girl. But yeah, she was nagging like my wife anyway. But yeah, that actually relationship that broke up from that. I mean, there was a lot of things happening, but that was the straw that broke the camel's back. She was like, I'm not going to be second to a game, and that was it. And I was like, all right, cool. I kept playing. I was like, thank God. Do you know what I mean? But have you ever had someone that's like looked at you or just said, oh, you're immature? Let me know, man. Let me see in the comments. Let me go back to the comments here. Oh, we've got a lot of comments, man. Thank you for everyone writing your comments, man. Blockbuster was the one. They gave me game once and forgot about it. My mum made me return it when I told her about my good fortune. You should have said nothing. Oh man, Blockbuster video. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember that was a jingle they had. But I remember that, man. What, 3 days you can buy a couple quid for 3 days? I used to have, is it microcars? I remember getting that Earthworm Jim. Yeah, man. I remember a game on PS1 called Alfred Chicken. For some strange reason, I like that game. I don't remember that. Grand Theft Auto games, you know it. You know it, man. Love WWF Attitude No Mercy games. Yeah, they were sick. Daniel says, no, not too old if that's what makes him happy in his free time. It's his life. Yeah. Listen, as long as you're gaming, but you're doing stuff as well. You're not just gaming and that's it. You're ignoring your child, ignoring your responsibilities. I used to be Stone Cold Steve Austin 316. Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah. Oh man, Stone Cold Stunner, man. Yeah, that was the guy. Open up a can of whoop ass. Some adults would laugh and disagree gaming at your big old age. Yeah. This is what I'm saying. They would. Some people would laugh at that. But people are making careers out of gaming. People are making big business out of gaming. They even talk about gaming. I think it's going to be, I'm not sure, but in the next Olympics, esports. Do you know what I mean? So, I gamed up to the age of 18 when I was into bars and clubs. I have started playing games again, and it is relaxing. I think, yeah, especially the way the world is, man. I think going into games is like, you go out there, you're like, ugh. You see especially you see, I've been seeing a lot of nightclub footage on my feed, and it looks horrible. People just like standing by themselves, not enjoying themselves. I'm like, I'd rather stay home and game in my free time and go out. It just seems like you're going out there trekking just to be standing, looking at your phone, listening to a bad DJ play bad music. Nah. So you're not allowed to enjoy yourself. That ain't bothering others' peace now in your free time. Yep, that's it. That's it. And like the person said before, not like you're taking drugs or anything like that to de-stress or drinking alcohol. You're just playing a game. But even that now, that if that doesn't fit into the remit, people won't allow it. You know. Let's go through so many comments, man. Scotland, don't worry, man. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Yeah, I see. I see. I got no interest in football. Yeah, I mean, I have got an interest in football. I'm an Arsenal fan, so yeah. Hopefully Sunday, man, we're laughing. Yeah. Oh, sorry. The flair mind. Society wants us to hustle and make money instead of play video games, etc. Yeah, as a hobby. Yeah. Keep hustling. Keep providing. That's beneficial to society. That is. But like I said, there's nothing wrong with these games. There's nothing wrong with playing unless you play these games as well as contribute to society. What's the problem? You know? Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel on PS4 is a top G game. I haven't played it, man. I was never into. I used to watch. I used to watch? I watched a couple episodes of Yu-Gi-Oh! But I was just like, yeah. Oh, you. It was always the kind of same thing. Oh, you miscalculated. I had the trump card. And it's like, I mean, hey, that's cool, man. Hey, I won't knock it. That's, people love that. So, to be honest, why am I even knocking it? I was into Beyblade. That's probably seen as more pathetic. Actually, my games club, I bring 2 Beyblade arenas. No one really plays it anymore. But I love it. I'm like, why don't people play it? It's sick, man. I used to let it rip, and the discs. I thought it was so cool. One of my work colleagues watches football for multiple leagues around the world. Good for him, but I don't have the time for that. Yeah, that's mad. That is mad. Jerry Burke, what is good, man? What is good? Good to see you, people. Good to see you, man. I see. Oh, sorry, the flare mind. I see people scrolling on their phone and look zombified. Now that should be frowned upon. Yeah, even the other day, it really hit me, man. I was seeing these 2 people walking past, and they were like walking on their phone, and they'd even look up. They must have like, oh, geez, I didn't even put my phone. Sorry, I didn't put the phone line on. Oh, sorry about that. If anyone tried to call, try and call now. Sorry, yeah. Yeah, I saw them walking, and they were walking like that, and they're not even looking at each other. I think they must have known that the peripheral vision, that's his feet, so I need to avoid that. I'm like, rah. I'm like, this is like, I was thinking, yo, these are zombifying us for real. Like, these are making us, like, what are they doing internally? Is there more to it? If you do research, how badly are these phones damaging us? Do you know what I'm saying? You even had this video, man, of this kid. Oh, man, it was sad. Like, this little kid, yeah, was going through, like, photos. I think their grandparents had photos, like, Polaroid photos and printed photos. And the kid was going on it, and he was, like, doing that to try and, like, increase the screen. You know, you can do that on the phone, increase the size of it. And, like, no, it's a photo, man. It's actual, like, a photo. My man's trying to zoom in. That's how bad it is, these phones. COD is still shy. Yeah, I don't know, man. I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. These new ones, I kind of fell out of it. I don't like where it's going and the zombie thing. I was just say, yeah, it's getting a bit too... I like the realism that it used to have, especially the World War II one. That was sick, man. That was a good one. Scrabble, Monopoly, chess. Oh no, you should play them a game. Okay, cheers, mate. You should play them. Yeah. Wait, Scrabble, Monopoly, chess. Oh no, you should play them game. Okay. I don't get that, but I play chess, man. I'm on chess. I play it every day. I play it today. I play it online, chess.com. I'm on it. I'm playing these 2 guys that whooping my ass. So yeah, I'm not enjoying that. But I play loads of Warzone. Gaming is escapism, especially if someone has stressful life, poor health. It's a good distraction in moderation. Yeah, it is, man. It is. and I love Final Fantasy, God of War, Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I have that. Yeah, you have that game. I have that game too. I only played a bit of it. I got beat by that. The guy was with my uncle, and the guy, I don't know, the big fat guy, he kind of knocked me over the bridge, and yeah, so I'm there. I just want to go into. I don't know. So let me continue. There's something I wanted to show. So we went through people thinking people that play games are losers. Oops, let me just. Also wanted to go into this exploitation through gaming. Now, YouTubers, you can see this image here. I actually had to cross that out there because it was showing her boobs and stuff like that, and that wouldn't be YouTube compliant. But this is a thing I've seen for the longest. So I'm not trying to be, I'm not, I'm just being honest with this. There are a lot of female gamers that I am seeing. Some are genuine. Some are genuine. I actually watch a couple female gamers, and they're really good. There's one girl, she plays all the Final Fantasy games. Playing Final Fantasy 8, I loved her playthrough. But there's some that really exploit men. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. There are these women that go on there. I've seen some ridiculous stuff. Even like getting an image to put for this slide. I came across some ridiculous things. There's girls in bikinis playing games, and they're getting cash apps, they're getting donations, they're getting presents, gifts sent to them by these guys. Like, doing stuff, bouncing and all this kind of stuff. I've seen clips of that. These girls have no interest in the game. All they're interested in is going into a man's space and knowing that he's acceptable to be donating, because a lot of these men are weak and they can't get these kind of women, because some of these women are really beautiful on there and they can't get them, so this is like the closest they need to them. I've even researching this stuff. I researched it before. I kind of looked into it, and there's guys that go crazy if the woman's supposed to be streaming at a certain time and she hasn't been streaming at a particular time. They start going crazy. They start trying to go on her social, see where are you, where are you. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of sick guys there, and there's a lot of weak men, individual men, that don't have, any partners, or don't have confidence for women in the real world. So they come to these gamers, and it's crazy. These gamers can exploit so much money off them. I saw this one girl, man. Tap of the Spartan, man. Like Tap of the Spartan, man. What is good, bro? What is good, man? Good to see you. I saw this one. Oh man, this one girl, and I think it went viral. She's doing all these noises, like, oh, thank you, pop, 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 all this kind of stuff, man. Pretending she was like some AI thing. I don't know, a bot or something. Some black chick. You probably see it. It went viral. She's doing all these things. Thank you. Yummy, yummy. When the people sending the stuff, it was pathetic, man. I'm like, yo, is that where people are? Like, is this? You know what? It's just another selling their souls cheap. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's the name of the game, though, isn't it? If you do it any platform, they can do it, and these guys will be so susceptible to this kind of thing. It's ridiculous, man. I don't know if you've seen that, man. It was ridiculous. This girl was like going viral for this, man. So many people were like thinking, yeah, this is ridiculous. Every time someone sent her like a cash app, or not a cash app, but like a gift that was like a money gift, she'd do like some animation thing. So she'd pretend she's a robot. Yummy, yummy. Thank you. Like, it was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's the weirdest thing I've seen, man. Yeah, man. But it's just like everyone's always trying to exploit something. Anyone that seems like a community where it's like trusted and loved, there's always gonna be someone trying to exploit it to kind of get financial gain out of it. Do you know what I mean? It's just so ridiculous, man. It's so ridiculous. So yeah, I wanted to touch on that. Oh, and I wanted to also talk about gaming and neurodiversity. This is kind of what I focus on myself. So I've got some. Hold on, let me just do that. So I've got some. If you look on YouTube, I've got some little stats here. I put So 1 in 5 people. Why is this thing always covering it? Sorry, man. For what I see, I've got these tabs covering my blimmin' slide. Okay, 1 in 5 people are neurodivergent. 9 in 10 neurodivergent young people play video games, and 80% of game developers self-identify as neurodivergent, higher than the 50% in the general population. I actually found out the person that this is not gaming but Pokemon. He's neurodivergent. He's got autism. The one that created Pokemon. But neurodiversity in gaming is really important, man. There's some pictures there actually of the games club on Saturdays. There's pictures there. So you got some. If you watch on YouTube, you can see pool table, air hockey, and you got screens. You got large screens, small screens. You got a table of some games there. That's how it looks every Saturday, man. That's how it looked tomorrow at 1 p.m. What I've noticed being in like mentoring individuals that are neurodivergent and including gaming into that is that there's many. It's fascinating factors actually. Gaming is the one place where you get a lot of immediate recognize confirmations. What I mean by this, you get alerts, you get noises, you get level ups, you get items, you open up a chest box and get coins, you complete a level and you get like certain chimes. In the real world, people at neurodivergent struggle with attention spans and focusing. You got ADHD and all this kind of stuff because it's not the immediate goal or gratification of the goal. It's at a far, it's at a reach. But with gaming, it just comes so simultaneous, so quick, so fast. Also, there's rule based. You know you have to go in this game and complete this level, and you have to do these certain things to complete the level. In the real world, as we all know, the real world is chaotic. There's no manual for it. There's no, okay, if I do this, I will get this. The real world works crazily. You can be working and be sacked. You can have a friend and then not have a friend because whatever. This can happen, that can happen. It's so, for a neurodivergent brain, and I've looked at studies at this, it's so scary to focus on that. But games make it very focused, it's very focus driven. It's very, I need to do this to complete this level. If I jump here and do these tasks, complete this level, I win the game or I complete the level. I complete the game. So there's a lot of strong links to neurodivergent individuals and gaming, man. And you can see how it kind of helps that brain. It works with that way of thinking. It's fascinating, man. And I've worked with loads of kids where, and even my sister, I actually talk to her through gaming. And what I mean by that is I I will get information out of her or find out how she's doing. How's her day been? How's her life going? What's up, B? How you doing? Yeah, I find out all these things about her through games. We'd be playing on Zelda or Mega Man, all this kind of stuff, and then she'd tell me like how her day is, what she's like, how she's feeling, because she's neurodivergent herself. But without the game, it's hard to talk to her. But when she has an interest in something she loves, like games, it all comes out. She's so talkative as well. Now I have this. I want to read this. I found this article on Reddit from this girl. I think it's a girl called Sarah. Anyway, she says, "I'm 41. I have ADHD, and video games might generally be the reason I haven't completely fallen apart. My brain is constantly looking for the next thing, that dopamine that other people seem to get from just existing. I have to chase it. And for my whole adult life, I've been told that gaming is a waste of time." Hold on, let me just. We come back to that. Let me get this. Let me get this call. Hello.
Hey, how's it going, MJ?
It's going well, man. It's good to hear from you. How you doing?
All good, mate. All good. Loving this talk, mate. Loving the talk on the games, mate. Gosh, yeah, God, a game is. I say I loved games when I was a kid, basically.
Yeah.
I got hooked. I was addicted to it. I was hooked on it. You know, I had a Sinclair Spectrum. I remember back in those days, the tapes and stuff like that. And I was
Ah,
begging my parents, get me. Can I get a Super NES? It was a status as well. Like in
What?
school, like I remember, like you'd be a kid, you'd be like, "What console you got? What car? I've got a Game Boy.
Ah,
I've got a Sega Mega Drive or a Sega Master System, you know,
yeah,
or I've got a Super Nintendo, you know. It was beautiful. But yeah, I remember it was a very relaxing thing playing games, you know, because you're that character and you're focused on the game. And I think it's good for your mental health as well, basically, because you have certain tasks that you've got to get done in that game, right?
yeah.
It's very even. It also, it's good for bonding. Like my cousin and his dad, they'll play games. They'll play Mario together. And then even me, like my dad loves Strike Gunner. Like when we got Strike Gunner, he was like, "Oh my god, this game is amazing." He didn't like any other
I,
games. They love Strike
I've
Gunner.
never heard
So
of that
when
game,
he
Strike
when
Gunner. I've never heard of that.
Strike Gunner, it was on the Super Nintendo. It's like you're a
Ah,
ship.
ah,
Two-player game. You're a ship, and then you have to like fight all these baddies in other ships,
ah,
basically.
okay.
Yeah, it was really nice. And then like he'll come up after he's finished from work, he'll come home and like well yeah he'll come home and then like once you know before dinner or after dinner we'll sit down together. Me, my sister, and him will just play computer games basically together.
Oh
And
man.
yeah, it was really nice doing that. But yeah, like I mean, I think as long as it doesn't become an addiction and it doesn't obviously overtake your responsibilities and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't see like I've started getting back into game recently. I played Legions of London, which I loved. I thought
Ooh.
that was a brilliant game. It was
Ooh.
so realistic. I absolutely
Hold on.
loved it.
Wait. What's that? What's that about? That sounds interesting. London, yeah. What's that about?
Watchdog Legions is about basically the year is 2150 or 2050 in London,
Yeah.
and like it's a gang that's trying to overthrow the government, known as Albion. Brilliant game. It's very realistic, like all the landmarks and everything, like what's in London.
Yeah.
You're in London. You're building up a gang basically to overthrow them.
Ooh.
Really good game. What it's called Watchdog Legions,
Watchdog
basically.
Legions.
Highly
Okay.
recommend checking it out.
Okay. Okay.
That and then I played Star Wars recently. Star Wars Survivor. Loved it. I thought, wow, the games today are just like really,
They're
really
good,
getting
aren't they?
me.
It's not. Yeah. Yeah. I thought that because I know there's a lot of people that say, "Oh, the games back in the day were better." I mean, the games were good then, but these ones are really good now. I feel. I'm
Oh
really.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, they're very good. You know, I mean, like one of my cousins. He's still like he's around my age and he still plays computer games. Like he's got his little. He likes the retro games basically, but from back in the day, so he
Right.
still plays that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I like playing both the retro games and the new games today, sort of thing. But those two games were amazing. I'm starting to look into other games, but it's a nice, relaxing thing to do. I
It
think it's
is.
100% good for your mental health as well, because you're doing certain tasks basically to overcome it. And yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it at the end of the day. I mean, if people are like, "Oh, you're a loser," or this, that, the other, then yeah, that's not right. I mean, when I used to club promote, the guy at club promote, he was a massive geek. He loved Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh,
You
okay.
know, he was a massive geek with Dungeons and Dragons. He loved computer games. He would always play computer games. So yeah, it's definitely nice. But even me, like I go to my sister's house or my nephew's. First thing I say is, "Where's a computer game? Let's play some computer games."
Yeah.
And then we do like three of us play computer games together. We sit down and play Mario together, and
Uh,
it's a nice way to bond with one another, basically. You know?
yeah. Yeah. I remember people. Your friend coming over their control pad. And they
Oh
come and
yeah,
you remember that it wasn't no online feel of it. It's like yeah, bring your
I
control
remember.
pad.
Do you remember? Like, I remember I used to go to Curry's with my parents,
Yeah,
like, and then they used to go to buy an appliance like a washing machine or a fridge and stuff like that. And then I would just, as soon as I get in Curry's, I would straight away run
yeah,
to the
yeah,
game section,
yeah.
and there'll be like a controller there, and then the console, and there'll be a game in there like Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I'll just be like, right, let's just like start playing computer games. I'll just get hooked.
Yeah.
I mean, my parents, they didn't buy, but they would only let me play holidays because they knew I'll just get hooked. Like
Yeah.
I'll just play all day. I remember once I was at my cousin's house. I went to his house because he had the Amiga 500. I got, oh my god, I have to come stay at your house.
Right.
So I went and stayed at his house. I woke him up at 4 in the morning.
Wow.
I never slept the whole night. I woke him up at 4 in the morning. I said, let's play computer games. Got him downstairs and played till about like 7 o'clock in the morning. Then my aunt had a garter that you boys need to like seriously get ready and like have your breakfast. We
Yeah.
just had shower, had breakfast, played the whole day till lunch, half an hour lunch, played the whole day till the evening. We were playing like RoboCop, Back to the Future, Batman. What else did we? Golden Axe. I'll never forget that. I used to get hooked on it basically.
Yeah.
But good times. They were
Oh,
the
they're
best
good.
times of my life.
Yeah,
Games
just
and stuff like that.
wow, I can't
I
even
used to get
imagine.
told so many times. It was unbelievable. My uncles, they would say, "Stop playing computer games."
Did you have like a set amount of time you can play it, like a certain hours, like oh, you can only play it for 4 hours, or did you ever have some rules like that, or you just
Yeah, so
play it to
mine was
whatever?
like so. Mine because I used to get hooked on it so easily.
Yeah,
My parents said, "Right, you're only playing in holidays, and that's it." So
right,
whenever,
right.
so basically Christmas time, half term, they sometimes they would, sometimes they won't, sort of thing, and Easter time. Those were the two times that I could play computer. As soon as the holidays hit,
Yeah,
console will come out, and then I can play as much as I want, basically.
right, right,
They
right.
they didn't mind that. But then what happened? I think when I got older, like I think I was about 12 or 13, I knew where they hid the console and where
Uh,
they hid the controllers. So like I would like hide, duck it out, and then connect it up, and then I'll just start playing computer games. And then if they're coming, I'll just quickly hide it away, sort of thing. But
yeah.
back then, no internet neither, so you had to buy the magazine. Like I remember, like me and my cousin were very competitive in Mortal Kombat 2. I
Oh,
hated it. He
same,
just
same.
beat me every time. And then I got a magazine. I bought the magazine, and I'll be practicing the moves, following the magazine.
We
And
did
then
the
when he
same.
came around one day, I just kicked his ass.
You know what
I've
though? But
been,
doing
I've
that,
been on it, man. I've
I
been
I don't know
practicing.
about you, but I used to do that. I used to practice it, and then I think I'm ready, and then it come to the fight, and I'm like, I just have freeze. Like, oh, what was that move again? Well, I'll get my ass handed to me, and I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
up
no,
left.
I was very thorough when it came to practicing because I mean, I'm meant to be doing homework, and I just take it out, flip through the page, practice the combo. Go. I used to think to myself, wait till I see it. I'm going to kick his ass because he used to nail me every time, and I go wait till he comes round, and then like I remember him coming around once, and that's it. I just had him. I go right now, let's play, sort of thing. I was
Right.
just throwing like Mortal Kombat 2. You just it's you're doing all these combos like Street Fighter sort of
Yeah.
thing to like do as much maximum damage as possible sort of thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and I just used to kick it and got frustrated. I was like, see how it feels now.
Yeah. Yeah. The good old days,
But
man.
even like things on my phone, like you play chess, I play pool. So
Okay.
pool is really good actually. I like pool. I mean, I don't get hooked, but it's nice. Like you collect like fake money sort of thing when you win a match sort of thing.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
getting
Yeah.
better at
Yeah.
that sort of that. But yeah, like I just play pool sort of thing that,
Yeah.
and then like I've got like my laptop's a gaming laptop basically. I wasn't really I was gonna get a console, but I thought let me just get a gaming laptop because gaming laptops are so much better. Like the graphics card is amazing and powerful sort of
Yeah.
thing.
I hear, and you can
And
do mods and all this sort of stuff. Yeah. I hear that.
oh yeah, yeah. I mean mine's cost about 2 grand for the laptop,
Ooh.
but it's a very high end spec laptop. I mean the one I wanted to get that was about 5 grand, and I was like, oh man, I wish I could get that. I
Jeez.
can't afford that, man. Five
Yeah.
thousand pounds for a
A
gaming
laptop.
laptop.
Blimey
But
hell.
my mate got me into that because I was going to get a console before, and he said, no, dude, get a gaming laptop, man. He goes, the graphics are better. It's nice. I just put it up to my 32-inch screen TV. Knock
Okay.
myself that sort of thing. But I agree with you. Like gaming nowadays is better because clubs and bars nowadays are just weird.
Yeah.
They're not like how they used to be, sort of thing.
No.
When I
No.
used to go back in the days.
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah, you might as well just stay home and just take that time out, man, and just get away from games and like just put yourself,
This is
immerse
it.
yourself within it.
And not just that, even now, like, because I was talking to a mate of mine today, he goes, mate, it is so expensive going up London and going to a bar and club.
Yeah.
He goes, he'll be lucky if, like, food, travel, and drinks, you'll be lucky if you can get anything under £100 for all that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think about it. Yeah, you paying about what 8, 7 quid for a drink for one, and if you're getting the rounds in, or you get, do you want a drink?
Yeah.
And they say, yeah, you got to get them a drink, and that's just one. And then the travel, obviously, no one's driving there, so you got to travel
Yeah.
there and getting back, and then it's like, oh, do you want to get something to eat after? Yeah, if you add it up, man, listen, and then it's not even talk about paying for the venue. If if you've got tickets or something, you got to pay for that.
Yeah.
It's yeah, it adds up. Even blimmin' putting
It adds
your
up.
coat in, like it's
Because he
mate.
went on a night out, basically. He said, mate, let's go on a night out to a bar and then I went to a restaurant after, came home. He goes, I've spent over 100 quid on all of that, basically. And I was just like, wow.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no,
I
no.
was like, mate, like,
Yeah.
I go, that's just nuts. Like me, I go, I don't drink alcohol anyway, so I'll just have a soft drink or
Okay,
just a
okay.
water or
That'll
something
save you
like
a
that,
couple
basically. And
nuggets.
then restaurant, yeah, like if it's too expensive, then nah, man, I'm not eating at a restaurant at the end of the day.
No, I appreciate
And
that, man.
yeah,
But yeah,
it's like I said, yeah, it's better just staying at home and playing a computer game.
and
And
just
then,
chilling.
like I said, most, as you said, most in my time when I used to go to bars and clubs, there was no iPhones or anything like that. So everyone was in the moment. Either
You
you're
had to
talking to
be.
people or you're just, you're dancing basically. But
Yeah.
I think nowadays it's like people just on their phone selfies, sort of been dancing and stuff like that. It's like this is ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can go into. I've seen some stories, man. But we'll end it there. But appreciate your call, man. Taking us back to
No
your
worries, man.
gaming
Good
days.
talking to you, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely
yeah,
take
yeah.
it easy.
Yeah, take care. Enjoy that game. Take care.
Yes, absolutely. Take care, man. Bye.
Bye, bye. Man, it was funny. Yeah, I saw this video. These girls were like doing selfies of themselves, like in a club, and they were like having a good time, and then it stops, and then the serious, probably putting a filter. Oh yeah, don't like that angle. Looking all moody. And they're like, yeah, like having a good time. That's all. It's all an act, innit? It's all a play, man. But the gaming reminiscing, man. I remember going. Who knows about Chocodero? Who went to Chocodero when it was open? Going to them. Going upstairs, floor one, with an arcade. They had the little punching machine there, and the little arcade machines, and the one with the guns. And man, I used to man, I used to love that. And like you were saying, gaming until the early hours of the day when you get a sore throat. Back them days, I wasn't really. You can game until whenever, and it was cool. You'd be fine. Just be a bit tired. That's all. You wouldn't be ill or anything. Now I'd have a flu. But yeah, just gaming. FIFA used to be the one. So I used to have my friends, cousins used to come and play FIFA. And you know the ones there where you're playing and then you're getting beat and you're like, what? And you gotta go serious. You lean forward and you're getting serious with it. Like, man, they were good times. People come around with their, make sure you bring your controller. So they bring their controller in and they have some fancy looking one, all customized and all that kind of stuff. And man, this is it. Just fought online, so you couldn't play some if they're wherever they are. You just had to play them in your room, or just play a solo game. Um, yeah, man. Yeah, there was. Oh, I used to love all that. Um, but yeah, I think we will end it there, man. I think we will end it there. I think it's been a nice little, call back to games. Like I said, I did it because of the experience I had with Final Fantasy and just the feelings that it brought back, man. It was nice. It was. I think it just tied in. I think it was because I played this game decades ago, and I think the emotion of completing the games. I never complete games now, my age. Complete the game and then just remembering what I was feeling when I completed the original version of that game. It just did something to me, man. It was like a nice warm feeling, and it was just like a joyful feeling. I felt good. I just felt joyful about it. I just felt wow, that was a good story. It was like reading a good book or watching a good film, a long film, and you've come to the end of it and you're seeing the end scenes and just that feeling of accomplishment. Even though you haven't accomplished anything in the real world per se, but internally, it was beautiful. So yeah, I wanted to bring that up. People, if you're watching this on the playback, man, you can put comments of the games that you like. But I think we kind of got some nice feedback into the games that people play right now, and I think the majority of us know and are happy with playing games, and we don't, we're not bothered by what people say as long as we do our stuff that we're supposed to in a real world, of it be parenting, working, family, friends, relationships, whatever. As long as we're doing that, we're allowed to play games and enjoy ourselves. That's what I feel anyway. It's funny though, playing a game when you're older. Yeah, it is not. I have to go on world class. Now I have to go on professional, man. Them levels there. I can't be going on world class and elite. Yeah, I ain't on them levels anymore. But people, man, I think we're gonna end it there. I really enjoyed the stream today. I hope you have as well. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. We do live streams every Saturday or Sunday, or every weekend. Video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on socials, especially TikTok. TikTok Monday to Friday I'm posting. You'll see something TikTok Monday to Friday without fail. religious with this, man. I'm set on this. I have to post, and I like doing it, man. I like sharing my thoughts, and I like getting the feedback from you. So you make this what it is, man. So I really appreciate you. Love for the lovers, per always. So yeah, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Please, like I said, give me the HBO special. Comment, like, and subscribe. And I'll see you again in the next one. Have a lovely weekend. Take care.